Hey guys, Supersonic123 aka John here. Welcome to episode number 38 of the Milan Career Mode. And in this episode, guys, we do have the final episode. Sorry, this episode is the final episode of the Milan series, unless we decide to do a third season. But it's the final one before we start the new series, which I can confirm will be a road to glory with AFC Wimbledon. So it's be a very fun challenge, and it should be a very fun series. It should be a lot of fun, basically, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it too. But before that, we have to play a cup final against Sampdoria, and just to have a look at, sorry, wrong page. The way both teams have got to this final. We've got to the final. We beat Brescia 4-1 in the round of 16. We beat Lazio 2-0 in the quarters. Inter 5-4 over two legs in the semi-final. And as for Sampdoria, they beat Chievo Verona 1-0 in the round of 16. They beat Napoli 2-0 in the quarterfinal, which would have been a big shock. And then the semi-finals, they beat Roma on penalties, after the tie finished 2-2 after two legs. Sampdoria go through 4-3 on penalties. So after claiming those two big scalps, they want to claim a massive one and end up as cup winners. But we want to stop them and claim a domestic double after we won the league in the last episode that you guys hopefully would have seen. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, I guess. Muriel. Schick. It's deflected eventually. Donnarumma puts it out for a corner. Martinelli. Finding Muriel. I'm going to rush out Donnarumma, see if that helps anything. Muriel. Nothing's working out for me right now, but Souza's finding Belotti. Touched onto Cartabia. Stabbed forward by Cartabia. Viviano puts it out for a corner. Looking for Milik. Cartabia scores! We've finally broken the deadlock half an hour in here, and it's Federico Cartabia, the Argentine playmaker, who opens the scoring for Milan. Milik controls the ball here excellently, slides in towards his teammate Cartabia, and he kind of scuffs his shot, but in the end it does find the back of the net, which is the most important thing. Martinelli. Excellent footwork here. Martinelli. Finding Lanetti. Lanetti could have a chance here. It's blocked. Intap clears. It's Torreira here looking to find equalizer for Sampdoria. Ball into the middle. Muriel heads forward. Donnarumma catches. Lanetti. Schick. Back to Prayet. Schick! Wide in the end. Cartabia, eventually it's cleared, and there's half time. Milan 1, Sampdoria 0. We are in front. You're on the driving seat at the break, and we are on our way to pick up that trophy at the end of the evening, but it's far from over. Sampdoria is still well in it. Schick. Takes a pass to Chilio. Schick. Blocked. Back to Schick. Muriel scuffs his shot. It bobbles up off the ground and over the bar. Tep wins it off his man. It's Belotti. He shoots. Viviano saves and set for a corner. Sousa with the corner. Belotti. And Tep on the turn shoots, but Viviano saves. Milik. Belotti to seal it. He does seal it. It's Milan 2, Sampdoria 0. And now the tie is safe. We are going to be winning this cup, because of this goal from Andrea Belotti. Puts the icing on the cake and makes sure we'll be leaving Rome with the trophy. There's full time, and the celebrations are going off in the Milan end. It finishes Milan 2, Sampdoria 0, and we do, as would be expected of us, do beat Sampdoria to win the cup. It was anything but an easy ride, and I accidentally skipped past the celebrations and the trophy being lifted because I just didn't want to watch the whole thing. That was a bit of a bad decision. Anyway, we do win 2-0. You watched us lifting the league in the last game, so what's the big deal? We do win, and that's all that matters. So guys, we do have 4 players who have their contracts up at the end of the season, so we're going to offer contracts to, we'll see. We've got Sosa is leaving the club. Can't remember where exactly he's going. I think it's Southampton or something. So we've got Gabriel, Simic, Modic, and Kyriakou. How old are all these guys? Modic is 22. I'm not sure if him or Simic have any potential. I'm definitely going to offer contracts to Gabriel and Kyriakou. Obviously Kyriakou. He's 80 overall at the age of about 18, and he only wants €650 a week. It seems like I'm ripping him off, to be honest, but I'm going to offer it to him. And the same goes to Gabriel. He would be like a or third choice goalkeeper behind Kyriakou and Donnarumma, but we'll keep him anyway as a squad rotation player. And of course, Modric and Simic, I'll check if they have any potential, and I'm out for contracts to them as well. Alright, so Simic and Modric don't really have any major potential, so we're not going to be offering contracts to them. We'll let them go. But as for tournament prize money, we get 5.8 million euro from winning the cup, about a tenth of what we got from winning the league. And Cesar Montes was disappointed not to start in the final. Sorry, pal, but we have 2 monthly scouting updates and a youth squad monthly report to look at as we enter the month of June. Locatelli wants to go out on loan. That can be arranged, Manuel. But we'll look at our youth squad. Josip Abelovsky is 16 years old, technically gifted centre forward. We're considering offering him a contract in the last episode, but he's 70 to 92 potential. We're not entirely sure what his potential is, so we're going to leave him in the youth squad for the time being. Same goes for Vlatko Bikanic, 77 to 91 potential, 59 overall, physically strong centre back. We're not going to offer him a contract for the time being because we don't know exactly what his potential is. But as for the two 15-year-olds, we have Florenzo Caldera, is 53 overall, 74 to 94 potential, 15 years old from Portugal. Looks quite fast. We can't offer him a contract yet because he's only 15. Same goes for Lorenzo Rinaldi, a physically strong striker from Italy, 57 overall, 76 to 94 potential. These guys, I'm sure, will all be very good, but we want to know more about their potential before we offer them contracts. And as for Aristotle Michalis' journey in Italy, Stefano Rizzo, we will not accept. Marco Santoro, no thank you. And Simone Esposito, also rubbish. And now Dani Prestes in Portugal, Gonçalves Jardim will reject. Joaquim Magellan, looks very good, Joaquim Magellan, 17 years old. Francisco Acuna, oh my goodness, 675,000 value. Francisco Acuna, that means he's going to be very high in his overall, and 76 to 94 potential. We're signing this guy. Gabriel Miranda will reject, obviously, and Fabiao Medeiros will also reject. I was right about Francisco Acuna. He's already 62 overall. And he's technically gifted. We could offer him a contract now, but he's only just joined, so I mean, I'm sure he'll be one of the best. We could have the next Ronaldo on our hands here, guys. Not even making that up. See, Kyriakou has accepted his contract, and Gabriel has said that he wants to move on. Well, that's no big deal. We still have 2 good goalkeepers. But David Pino wants a wage increase. That's totally understandable. This 18-year-old kid, the prodigy, as I like to call him. I also call Mancini the prodigy as well, so that's not really the most accurate name. But what money does he want? I'm willing to give him anything. He's absolutely world class, and he has the potential to be world class. He's on 650 quid a week. He wants to move up to 850. It really feels like I'm ripping these guys off. It really does. He'll be an important first team player. I'll give him that though. And David Pino has accepted his contract extension we offered him. So guys, we'll have our final squad our player training of the month, and we were training Kyriakou as a goalkeeper, but clearly he's at the World Cup of Greece, which is amazing that at 19 years old, one of our youth players is at the World Cup with Greece, but that's nice. We'll see who we can train instead. Let's train the new guy, Delegianis, instead. So final player training of the season, what will happen? Mancini goes up to 71, and that's pretty much it. So guys, to finish off the season, we will have an end of season squad report, and just to show how the players have gone on over the series and just reminisce, I suppose. In terms of the goalkeeping position, we have Donnarumma, who's gone up by 2 this season to 84. Gabriel's gone up by 1, and Christoforos Kyriakou's gone up by 16. Look at those goalkeeping stats. Gone up by 18 in diving, 14 in kicking, 27 in positioning, 5 in handling, and 19 in reflexes. He has the potential to be special. He's only played 2 games in the Cup. 1 clean sheet being kept out of those 2. But I'm serious, guys. We're talking about the next Gianluigi Buffon here. Even if it's not Buffon's regen, that's a completely different guy. But we're talking about something special here. Kyriakou's grown so fast because we've been training him a lot. Calabria's gone up by 2, has broken into the first team as well, showing her potential. Bash's gone down by 2, Ragani up by 1, Romagnoli up by 2, Gomez up by 2, Montes up by 2, Eli up by 1, we haven't really been using. Jerson Vergara has gone up by 1 on loan at Empoli. Simic's gone up by 1. Deschilio up by 2. We've one of the best young defences in the Serie A, or even in the world, no doubt about it. Antilli down by 1, which is why we took him out of the first team. Ronald Camille gone to 70 overall. Patricio Rodriguez has been a good squad player when we've used him. Deleganis was just promoted, so he's not going to have grown much yet. Montalivo down by 2, and I think he might be retiring soon. He's not. Probably be retiring at the end of next season, I'd say. But we haven't used him much this season. We used him more last season. Giannakos gone up by 4. On loan at Barcelona. I don't know how much he's played for Barcelona. I assumed that one game that he's played was for Barcelona. But if you look at the stats, the other ones say Supercoppa, Coppa Nazionale, Calcio A. So those are the games he played for us this season. And since going to Barcelona on loan in January for 1 year, who knows how much he's played, but he's gone up by 4 this season anyway, Giannakos. Cartavia up by 2, Pino up by 4, up to 75. Mancini up by 8 to 71, which is phenomenal. And also, he has the potential to be special. Pellegrini up by 2, been a quality midfielder. Mikolas up by 4, we haven't really used much. He played in 1 cup game, that's pretty much it. He's on the loan list for a reason. Ferrari, same deal, certain good potential. I think he's on the loan list as well. He's not, but we probably should add him to it. Modric up by 2, we're releasing at the end of the season. Locatelli up by 2, wants to go out on loan. He's only played 6 games, so I can understand why that would be. He was a starting player for us last season, and this season not so much. Jose Mario up by 2, we've used on a good few occasions. Bartolacci has gone up by 1 to 80 overall, although we have not used him at all this season. No wonder he's unhappy. He should play more. I mean, he hasn't played at all. Maybe there's reasons behind that, Andy. Kuchka, our last season's captain, we haven't used at all this season either, and he's gone down by 1 to 77. Paul George and Tap been very good for us, very quick as you see there, gone to 84. Bonaventura has stayed the same at 28, you'd expect that though. Luca Esposito, exciting prospect, gone up by 6 to 62. Mikos Mavros, who's loan listed, has gone up to 60. I'm going to remove him from the loan just to see what he is. He's showing good potential. Okay, I'll put him back in the loan list then. Daniele Colombo, exciting prospect, 16 years old, got up to 61. Crociata has gone up by 6. It's gone up to 67. He's showing great potential. Used him in 1 preseason game, and that's pretty much it. Felicioli has gone up by 2 while on loan at Vercelli. Mariani's gone up by 8 to 67. He is loan listed, so I'll take him off the loan list because he's that high overall. And he is an exciting prospect. Sousa is leaving at the end of the season to join Deportivo La Coruña. Okay, I thought it was Southampton for some reason. Hashim Astor's gone up by 3 to 20 overall. Showing great potential. Of course, his potential's taken a massive dip over this FIFA, but on my save database, he still has 81 potential or something like that. Seric is 59 overall. We can't see his potential tag yet. Suzo gone up by 2 to 83. Velocity gone up by 2 to 83. Arkadiusz Milik has gone up by 3 to 84. Back has gone down by 1 to 31. We've used him in 20 games, actually. That's more than I thought we would have actually used him. Insecure. Doubting his abilities. Well, I mean, he hasn't been the best this season. He was our top scorer last season. Stephanopoulos has gone up by 6. He's an exciting prospect. 19 years old. Mbai Niang has gone up by 1 to 80. Esposito's gone up by 1 to 80, and he's loan listed. But we're just going to take off the loan and see what he is. He has potential to be special. That is phenomenal. But we're going to put him back on the loan list because of his low overall. But he could be 90 plus, which is very good. Stefaniak, we haven't used much. We've used him in 2 games. And he's content, though. But he's gone up by 2 to 74. And that brings us to a close of that scoreboard. So, guys, before finishing off this game, we want to say that we won the Manager of the Season award for the Serie A. Rebecca Pumpy, Serie A Press Officer. That's nice. And Daniele Regani is going to be out for 6 weeks because he's been injured while in Italy duty. Okay, that sucks. But that brings us to a close for this episode, guys, and for this series as well. I'm going to have to end the season now, so I might as well just see what the board think of us. Sorry. We've come to the end of the season, and the board could not be happier with your performance so far. The players and staff clearly look up to you, and you've done an excellent job aligning yourself with the club's vision both on and off the pitch. We'd be delighted to have you stay at the club next season. Sincerely, the board of directors. Okay, so the board's happy with me. That's good. So, the new season's going to be set up now, but that brings this series to a close. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and stay tuned for the first episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory, which will be up very soon, later on today if I can.